Hello, I'm Andrew Dixon. I'm from Danville, and I have an exhibition here at the Paul Sawyier Public Library in Frankfurt. And I create my artwork with all types of recycled papers and found material, ruined books and packaging and wallpaper and even litter, which is the theme of the show. And I've been making collage art all my life, really, and it was a kind of a side activity as a designer. But I took what I learned about paper in the studio and challenged myself to take it on location. Landscape's a traditional art form, but I approach it with kind of non-traditional materials by using everything that really has no value until it's repurposed as art. Now, one guy going out and picking up litter to include in his art solves nothing at a practical level, but I think having artwork made with litter in it can shed a new light on landscape art and can provoke a conversation about rural beauty and preserving it. And I'm drawn more to locations that show evidence of care and stewardship. And I think litter itself is probably rooted in people's disconnection with their rural homeland. And so to the extent that we can get people to have that consciousness of stewardship, they're less likely to diminish the land or themselves with litter. People, when they see my work, they think they're conventional paintings until they get up close. And I tend to work small because that's how I can be outside and manage everything. The slightest breeze can disrupt everything, but I developed a system and the work ends up being kind of small, and so people are drawn into it. It's kind of an intimate thing where they realize it's not a painting. They can see evidence of the paper and the torn edges and the layering of material and the text. I pick a location, I work with the property owners or whoever is the stewards of that location, and I find a place to sit. It's not complicated, and then I start to, sometimes I sketch it, sometimes I don't, sometimes I just immediately start to tear and paste and create an impression. I take pains to not spend more time in the studio than I spend on location because that allows you to honor the plein air designation as an artwork. So I invite everybody to come out and see my show. It's 16 collage landscapes created outside. And this concept was funded in part by the Kentucky Arts Council. And part of that idea was to engage the public. And so we're associating with libraries, and this is traveling around. And it'll be here until late September.